everyone. Myself Rakhi Kumari, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, AB Engineering College, Ghaziabad, affiliated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. Today in the lecture series of Optical Communication, I am going to discuss before you intermodal dispersion in multimode step index fiber and multimode graded index fiber. As we have discussed in the last lecture that the dispersion process in the different types of fibers, optical fibers available with us are different. So, in this particular lecture, we are going to have a mathematical expression of how much the dispersion differ in the multimode step index fiber and in the graded index fiber mathematically. So, in this, first we are going to start with the intermodal dispersion in multimode step index fiber. So, before going through the process of intermodal dispersion in the step index fiber multimode, first have a look at the what is the step index fiber. So, step index fiber, just for the recap of your previous lecture, step index fiber is that type of fiber in which refractive index of the core remains constant throughout the dimension of the core, and also the refractive index of the cladding remains constant throughout the dimension of the cladding. And again there exists a difference between the multimode and the single mode. In multimode step index fiber, the dimension of the core is large as compared to the dimension of the cladding, but in the single mode step index fiber, the dimension of the core is, if we assume the dimension of the core as D1, that should be less than the dimension of the cladding in the case of a single mode fiber. But if we in multimode, dimension of the core is greater than the dimension of the cladding. This is just the recap of the what we have studied about the multimode and the step index fiber. Now, we are moving toward the dispersion. What is happening in the dispersion? If you remember, in dispersion there exists a pulse broadening. That means ki what will be the pulse at the input end will not remain same at the output end. The pulse will get broadened. So, these are just the definition of dispersion and the multimode step index fiber. Now, we are moving towards the calculation point of the intermodal dispersion in the multimode step index fiber. For that, we have taken this ray diagram. In this ray diagram, you can able to see that two type of rays are travelling. This one, this is straight ray, this is called the axial ray, and the second one, this one, this is called the extreme meridional ray. So, what is the difference between the axial and the meridional ray? In this particular perspective, axial ray are travelling straight from one end of the core to the other end of the core. In this process, it is taking the shortest path, because the straight line is followed here. But when we talk about the extreme meridional ray, what is going on here? The ray reaches the extreme point of the cladding, core cladding interface, and also the here also at the extreme point of the core cladding interface. So, when we this ray will be the follow the longest path. And now, if we want to calculate the dispersion, we calculate it in the terms of pulse width, and for calculating the pulse width, we have to first calculate the delay difference, and that delay difference is calculated is based on the this longest and the shortest path travelled by the rays, that is, this is by the meridional rays and this is by the axial. When we calculate the time taken by the axial ray and the meridional ray and we take the difference of that, we will get the delay difference, and after getting the delay difference we will calculate the pulse width. So, here comes that. So, delay difference between the two rays can be calculated by calculating the difference between the time taken by the fastest ray and the slowest one. Delay difference between these two rays when travelling in the fiber core allows estimation of the pulse broadening, that is, how much pulse get broadened from the input terminal to the output terminal, that is resulting from the intermodal dispersion that is going on between the fiber. Now, as the both rays are travelling with the same velocity within the constant refractive index, that is within the core only having the refractive index of n1 and with the same velocity, then the cause of the delay difference, as already discussed, is due to the path length. Since one ray is going through the straight path, followed the axial ray, followed the straight path, but the meridional ray follows the zigzag path, and delay difference arises due to this path length only. Now, in next step I am going to calculate the time taken by the axial ray. Axial ray will take the minimum time, and time is calculated by distance by velocity. As the axial ray follow the straight line, distance will remain the L, that is the length of the fiber, and velocity. Since velocity is c, but as velocity depends upon the refractive index and core is having a refractive index of n1, so the resultant velocity will be equal to c by n1. So, velocity is c by n1. So, the T min will be equal to L n1 upon c. Now, T max, that is time taken by the extreme meridional ray to reach from the one end of the fiber to the another end. Since it follows the zigzag path, the total distance travelled by it should be equal to L by cos theta. Velocity will remain the same, that is c by n1, and this will be T max will be equal to L n1 upon c cos theta. Now, as we have to simplify this expression, for simplifying this expression, we are going to take the Snell's law of refraction, which is already discussed with you in the previous lectures. Snell's law, sin phi c, where phi c is the critical angle, should be equal to cos theta, and that is equal to n2 upon n1. So, in the place of cos theta here, we can substitute n2 by n1, and when we are substituting this, we are getting T max equal to L n1 square by c n2. You can easily try this by substituting cos n2 by n1 at the place of cos theta. So, now the delay difference is calculated by T max minus T min, that is time taken by the extreme meridional rays minus the time taken by the axial ray. So, already we have calculated, I am just put this T max minus T min, which we have calculated in the previous slide, and by taking the constant, this will be like this, and then the next step we will have this. So, since we know n1 minus n2 by n1 is equal to the relative refractive index difference, So, in the place of this we have substituted del, which is our relative refractive index difference. We can also rearrange this equation like this: L n1 square by C n2 n1 minus n2 by n1, this get cancelled. It can be written as L n1 minus n2 by n2. This expression is also equal to del, that is our relative refractive index difference. So, this delay difference can also be written as this one. Then we are replacing the relationship between del and Na here, and we are getting the delay difference in the terms of numerical aperture. This is our delay difference now. Now, we have to calculate the pulse width. For calculating the pulse width, we have taken now optical input of the pulse, unit optical input, PIT of unit area. Always consider we have taken a of unit area, and this is the amplitude 1 by del Ts from the minus del Ts to plus del Ts. This is the range. So, due to this, this is the intermodal dispersion in the multimode step index fiber, that is pulse width, calculating the terms of pulse width, and that is equal to m2 minus m1, where m1 is the first temporal movement which is equal to the mean value of the pulse, So, m1 can be calculated by this formula. m1 should be equal to T PIT dt, range changes from minus infinity to plus infinity. But as we know that we have taken a unit area, we have taken a PIT, that is input pulse of unit area. So, as shown in the figure of the previous slide. So, this expression should be equal to 0. And now, m2. m2 is the second temporal moment which is equivalent to the mean square value of the pulse. So, this is the m2, T square PIT dt, ranges from minus infinity to infinity. So, our sigma s will now equal to m2 only, because m1 should be equal to 0. So, sigma s square is equal to m2, and we have to solve it. PIT, as we seen in the previous slide, the amplitude is 1 by del Ts. So, at the place of PIT, I have put 1 by del Ts, T square dt, same as T square dt, and minus infinity to infinity is at the place minus del Ts by 2 plus del Ts by 2. This is the, so when we solve this, we get the sigma s equal to L n1 del 2 under root 3. So, all of the students are requested to please solve it to get this expression as the final result. This is a simple integration process which you can easily solve. Now, there one numerical based upon this. Here it is what is given, a 6 kilometer optical length consists, that is length is L is 6 kilometer, optical length of a multimode step index fiber, the fiber which we have discussed now, with a core refractive index, that is N1 equal to 1.5, and a relative refractive index difference, that is del, should be equal to 1%. So, we can write in the terms of 1 by 100 or 0.01. So, you have to calculate the, first of all, the delay difference between the slowest and the fastest rate, that is del Ts, RMS pulse broadening due to intermodal difference sigma s, maximum bit rate, and the bandwidth length product. So, here are the answers. Now, already as per the formula, the delay difference is given by this formula. We have already derived this formula. So, I am going to substitute this, is a simple one. L already given 6 into 10 to the power 3, N1 already given 1.5, del is also given 0.01, C we already know is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8, which more precisely can be written as 2.998 into 10 to the power of 8. So, the delay difference between the slowest and the fastest is, that is delay difference between the extreme meridional ray and the axial ray is 300 nanosecond. And in the second part, B part of the question, we are required to solve the RMS pulse broadening due to intermodal dispersion, whose formula is also we have calculated, that is sigma s equal to n L n1 del 2 under root 3. So, L value given in the question, n1 value also given 1.5, del 0.05, 2 under root 3 and C. So, the pulse broadening 86.7 nanosecond. Now, as we have discussed during the dispersion introduction part, that the bit error rate, maximum bit rate is given by BT max. Maximum bit rate is given by the BT max and it is equal to 1 upon 2 tau, where tau is the pulse duration after the, when we are assuming that there is a no pulse overlap. So, and tau is equal to here del Ts, that is our pulse duration. So, already its value is calculated, del Ts. So, we are going to substitute that here. So, 2 into 300 nanosecond will be 600 nanosecond and 600 nanosecond can be written as 610 to the power minus 9. So, the answer will be 1.7 megabit per second, which is a unit of a bit rate. But a improved estimate version of the this BT max, that is bit rate, maximum bit rate is also given, which is depends upon the RMS pulse broadening, and as per that bit rate, maximum bit rate is equal to 0.2 sigma s, and sigma s as calculated is 86.7 nanosecond. We have substituted and the answer we get is 2.3 megabit per second. This is the more improved version for calculating the bit rate. Now, in the last part of the numerical, it has been asked to calculate the bandwidth length product corresponding to C, that is this, corresponding to this. So, as per C part, we have calculated bit rate maximum 2.3. So, we are going to substitute that here, and length is given as 6 kilometer. When we take the multiplication product of that, we will get the bandwidth length product, which is equal to 13.8 megahertz kilometer. So, all of you are requested to get it solved by yourself and just verify the answers here and try to solve. This is just a formula based numerical. Now, we have studied about the multimode step index fiber. Now, it is multimode gradient index fiber. So, as per the multimode gradient index fiber, whenever we talk about the multimode gradient index fiber, intermodal dispersion in multimode fibers is minimized. It is minimum as compared to the multimode step index fiber. The dispersion is minimum in the step index, single mode step index fiber, and it is maximum in the multimode step index fiber, and it is in between in the multimode gradient index fiber. So, always try to keep, we have studied mainly 3 types of fiber of this, and when we talk about the multimode mode one, multimode step index fiber has lesser dispersion as compared to multimode step index fiber. So, Intermodal dispersion in multimode fibers is minimized with the use of gradient index fiber, or we can say that in multimode step index fiber the dispersion is high, and which if we want to minimize that dispersion we have to use the gradient index fiber. Hence, multimode gradient index fibers show substantial bandwidth improvement over multimode step index fiber. In the multimode gradient index fiber, the bandwidth get improved as compared to the multimode step index fiber, because although dispersion is also get minimized in this case. So, here are the several meridional ray path within the fiber. In the when we talk about the step index fiber, there exists meridional ray this form, but in this case there is a refractive index change in every point. So, the meridional ray exists several numbers of meridional ray as compared to step index multimode step index fiber. It may be observed that apart from axial ray, meridional ray follows sinusoidal trajectory of different path length, which result from the index grading. As we know that in the gradient index fiber, the profile which is followed is like this. Parabolic profile is the best profile in the case of a gradient index fiber, and when we talk about the parabolic profile, it means center will have the maximum refractive index and it goes on decreasing till it reaches the core cladding interface. So, here we will minimum refractive index and here it is maximum. So, we know that ray of light follows the path as per the refractive index of the material or the fiber. So, if the refractive index is varying at every point, so there is a change in the path followed by ray at every point. So, we will have a different trajectory of different path length, from the due to index grading. Due to this change in the index grading, the trajectory have different path length. So, in this particular length, dispersion get reduced. The dramatic improvement in multimode fiber bandwidth achieved with a parabolic or near parabolic refractive index. This is the best profile, refractive index profile, that is parabolic one, highlighted by considering the reduced delay difference between. So, there is a reduced delay difference between the fastest and the slowest mode for the gradient index. For the step index, the delay difference which we calculated del Ts is more than the delay difference of the gradient index fiber, which is represented by del Tg. And as per the ray theory, already we have studied that there exists a two theory for any work regarding the optical communication, optical fiber. So, as per the ray theory, delay difference is given by this form. We are not going through the complete derivation part of this particular. And as per the electromagnetic theory, it is equal to the L n1 del square by Hc, and as per the ray theory, delay difference is equal to L n1 del square by 2c, and when we write del in the terms of Na, we are getting N is to the power 4 8 n1 cube by 2c. Now, of course, we have told that gradient index in the gradient index, the pulse broadening is less as compared to the pulse broadening of the step index fiber, and this relation is followed. Sigma g should be equal to del upon d del s, where d is a constant between 4 and 10 depending on the precise evaluation, and the approximation optimized approximation which is taken equal to 2 minus 12 del upon 5. So, we have to remember this formula where pulse broadening in the gradient index fiber in the near parabolic profile is equal to this one. So, the best theoretical value of intermodal RMS pulse broadening in the case of a gradient index fiber should be equal to ln1 del square by 20 into under root 3 C. This formula is the RMS pulse broadening for the gradient. Now we have one numerical based upon that. Compare the RMS pulse broadening per kilometer. We have to calculate the RMS pulse broadening per kilometer due to intermodal dispersion for the multimode step index fiber. We have to calculate the RMS pulse broadening per kilometer for the multimode step index fiber with the corresponding RMS pulse broadening in the near parabolic refractive parabolic profile gradient index fiber with the same core axis refractive index and relative refractive index. That means, we have taken a step multimode step and multimode gradient index fiber having the same core refractive index and the relative refractive index, that is N1 and del should remain same. So, given इसमें है N1 is equal to 1.5 and del is equal to 1%, that is equal to 0.0. So, already we have calculated the pulse broadening for the multimode step index fiber with this value, that is N1 is equal to 1.5 and del equal to 0.01 in the previous numerical. If we see here also the same values exist. And L is taken to be 6 kilometer also. So, in that particular previous numerical we have get the sigma s, that is pulse broadening for the multimode step index fiber as 86.7 nanosecond. So, we have substituted that here at the place of sigma s, we have, because we have to calculate the pulse broadening per kilometer and length as 6 kilometer. So, it will be 14.4 nanosecond per kilometer. But now we have to calculate the pulse broadening per kilometer for the gradient index fiber. Now, as given in the formula, it is equal to L N1 del square 20 under root 3 C. At the place of L, we just write 10 to the power 3, because we have to calculate per kilometer. There is no need to write the 6 kilometer here, because I have written 6 kilometer because this pulse broadening is for the 6 kilometer. We have calculated in the previous question. That is why I have written 6 here. Otherwise, here it is not required to write the 6, because per kilometer 1 kilometer ke liye we have to calculate for 1 kilometer. N1 del this 220 under root 3 C, the most precise version 2.998 into the power 8. So, we can easily say this is in nanosecond and this is in picosecond. That means, sigma g is less than sigma s, that is pulse broadening for the gradient index fiber is less than the pulse broadening of the step index fiber. So, here comes the end of the today's lecture, and in this lecture we have gone through the mathematical expression for the pulse broadening in the multimode step index fiber and the multimode gradient index fiber and the numerical related to that, which is based upon the direct formula, which you can easily solve and practice. So, thank you for attending today's class.